Kia ora everybody, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us. Well, the weekend weather forecast looks pretty good, but it is going downhill in the south as a southerly change works its way northwards. And then next week we've got some rain coming for some of the dry parts of the North Island, which is good news. So let's take a look and see what is happening as we head in towards the weekend. The winds are variable. They're coming in from different directions no matter where you are. You got northwesterlies coming in on the west coast, which turn northeast. You got southeasterlies on the eastern side, nor'westers through Cook Strait, northerlies around Gisborne. So the winds are variable across the country, and it will stay like that for another day or so. The southerly doesn't really arrive until Sunday. So this is lunchtime Saturday, and you can see that area of low pressure. It's not very much, but it's sinking. You've got rain or showers along the west coast, and some will spill over into Canterbury, but it may not be very much. In the north, mostly dry for Saturday, but there will be some afternoon downpours in those northeastern ranges. Now, the temperatures are warmer than average across a big chunk of the country. Some of the coastal areas, though, main centres like Tauranga, may not be quite in that warmer weather. It's sort of further inland. And the South Island, well, you can see that cooler change arriving in Southland and parts of Otago as the day goes on. So let's take a look at Sunday. And there is that southerly that we just saw with the temperature drop. That is now moving up half of the South Island, and by the end of Sunday it should cover most of the South Island. The North Island, you're mostly dry with warm westerlies. They might even be northwesterly around the eastern side, and that rain or shower activity on the western side moves in later, but overall it's a fairly dry Sunday. And rainfall wise, over the next couple of days, this is the weekend's rainfall maps. You can see those afternoon downpours and maybe a couple of showers elsewhere in the North Island, but the heavy rain around 50-60 millimetres maybe over the weekend, falling up along the west coast, and down around Southland and Otago could be anywhere between 30 and 50 millimetres for you as well, which continues your wetter than average conditions which you've been getting over the last month or so. Now let's go to next week, and wow, it's a bit of an interesting start to next week. Certainly cooler with the southerlies or southeasterlies blowing through and heading northwards. There's the cold front bringing just a few showers into the North Island. Don't bank on it being a lot of rain. And then you get to Tuesday and low pressure starts to form around the North Island. Bit of a fine line between the eastern North Island where that rain actually is. So again, some areas might miss out, but there's a chance of rain next Tuesday in both islands as a result of this southerly moving through. And next Wednesday, things start to change. We go back to westerlies, another period of rain, and then there's another burst of rain perhaps coming in for next weekend. So we're not really stuck in a dry pattern, although some regions are certainly drier than average in the North Island. Hopefully some of these rain events coming in next week will be helpful to you. That is all from me. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday.